Humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, and he will exalt you in due season. Cast all your cares upon him, for he cares for you. Humble yourself. You're too high. He said, those who exalt himself, he will humble. Those who humble themselves, he will exalt. Here you are, exalting yourself. So he focuses on humbling you. How foolish. And you want to be exalted, but you keep exalting yourself. He promised he will keep pulling you down. You sit down in front of someone's computer and start trying to do fraud. Say there's money coming out here, crypto, this and that. When I went to preach somewhere one time, one state, someone told me that that all the brothers, plenty brothers, say all of them are involved in, what did they call that one? Hamster. Who knows about a hamster? How did he go? They can't find the hamster, or it's still running. Who knows a hamster? A hamster is this animal that runs in a wheel. White people have it. Not going anywhere, but there seems to be motion. I went to preach. The NCCF, Nigerian Christian Corpus Fellowship, invited me to come and preach. And while I was there, I happened to touch on this matter and blast it. Pow, 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 pow. I said, nonsense. I heard that the brothers that came, they were always looking at me like, it was a sisters program. Later on, they had a general session where they invited brothers to. And when I prayed, you could see the brothers didn't approve of me because I touched their hamster. I didn't know what it was called. I didn't know anything. I just preached what I normally preach. After some weeks, I heard it had crashed. Not up to a week. Yeah, have you heard me preach before? Usually when I talk about these things, within a short time it crashes. Sometimes the same day, but I say that day. Even if it has been going on for months, once I talk about it, gacha, to scatter. I'm not saying I'm the fault, it's not me. Who am I? Do I know the way to where hamsters are bred? I know nothing about these things. But I'm telling you, when I heard Ultimate Cycler, it was 2016. I remember, the only reason I remember is because many of they are big people now, but they were small people then. They were in university, year 3, and they came and they told me about, and I'm like, it will crash. It crashed in days. It had been there for months. Everybody was enjoying now. Don't look at me, it's not me. I just pick what will happen. I say it will crash. After that, I'm dropping off some people on the door where we had some of our brethren living one day. Or living with door, we used to have Bible study there too. They told me about now. Say Ultimate Cycler. I say it will crash. It crashed the next day. It doesn't waste time. One day I was here talking about this crypto something. I know because that day I left here and traveled to Lagos. As I landed and entered my friend's house in Oba, it was on the TV. It had crashed. It was the largest crash. $25 billion. Type in that number and check whatever crashed that time. I had just finished talking about it. Not about that. I just finished talking about cryptocurrency. So usually before it will crash, God will make sure I talk about it. As he puts the words in my mouth, crash follows. In between that, there are people who hear me and still think, leave it. What do you have against crypto? You lose all your money. Silly human being. Don't go and walk. Don't use your hand and do something good. Sit at a computer and be tapping. Thief. If you like, don't agree now. Wait now. See how far. Even if you couldn't respect, you think my opinion is useless. Okay, what about all the prophetic accurate? What about the fact that when I say it, bad things happen to it? Shouldn't you fear that? You know fear. Me and you, we are mate. What? Sure, you know something. You don't know anything. You're a greedy person, very indisciplined. There's thievery in you. It's just that you don't have the boldness to carry gun. I'm telling you. Don't you know how you get that money? Do you think it fell out of the sky? No, someone else somewhere is tapping like you. Crooks everywhere. Some of them, many of them stole that money. Some borrowed it. Then they packed it. Young, irresponsible men worldwide. You're indisciplined. See, God has zero hand. You don't even understand, sir. I repeat, the greatest reason is that this is not how God blesses people. God can give you a wolf money, but this is not a wolf. God can give a wolf. I've experimented here in front of everybody and said, do you think I can pray for you for a wolf? Okay, Father, I'm asking that I give people a wolf. I've done it. I've done this maybe 5 or 6 times in the last 9 years. Every time I did it, people had miraculous money. I'm not playing. Ask them. Unexpected. 150,000. Someone, just one uncle that has not called, someone they don't even know, will reach out from somewhere and say, I used to be your father's friend 15 years ago. Take. All of that we have heard. I don't do that thing because I'm just saying the times I did it, I was trying to make a point to communicate something to the people listening to me, that you think I don't know God does a wolf. He does. He's God. You can use the grace on your life and do all kinds of things. I've chosen not to do. Who wants to raise a family of thieves? Not me. I've not been like that. I didn't grow up like, I don't live like that. It's wrong. Your mind is wrong. You're to take care of things. When you care for something, the thing is to grow and produce fruit that provides for you and yours. That's the godly and the only way to get things. Apart from the once in a while favor from God, there's the favor from God that comes from living righteously. God can give you favors, gifts. I agree. But you don't plan your life on gifts. Except God stopped you from walking in a certain way. Someone says, I'm a man of God, so he doesn't walk. Which Sunday, which day do I come here and I don't walk? I walk. I'm walking. I'm walking when I'm preaching. I give my body, myself, my attention, my hours to it. When I'm praying, when I'm doing whatever I'm doing, that is work, labor. If it takes time and produces value, physical or spiritual, it is work. So if I'm walking in the temple, I am working. Some people are not walking in the temple. They are walking outside of the temple, in the fields, in their office. Do it with all your might. Whatsoever your hand finds to do, do it with your might. Do it well. Do it patiently. Do it consistently. Do it well, in a way that if you have a human boss, he says, well done. If you have a heavenly boss, he says, well done. That's the only way you should walk. You have a parent, you have whoever, let them be pleased. Oh, clean this kitchen. Tidy up the kitchen. You don't just wash the place, then water sprinkle all over the ground. They don't need to tell you that you should mop the ground. Make it nicer than it was when you came, by far. When you finish doing down, look up. Are those cobwebs? Do more than was expected. Those plates that they have not used, listen, and it's only this, we only 4 in the house. We only use these 4 plates. The other 6 that are there, we don't use it. So it has been dirty for 3 months. Wash them. The first day you enter the kitchen, when home, wash the other plates they don't, you bring them out and wash. Wash that whole thing, rack. Wash, clean the whole thing under, lift it up, clean under, mop it, use soap, wash well, dry, then place it back. This is how to take that. This is the one that makes God look at you and go like, let's give her a little bonus. People don't know where to get a wolf, God's a wolf from her. You don't know. You don't know where to get God's a wolf. You want a wolf from tapping. That it may be well with you and that you may live long. Obey your parents. That it may be well with you. That it may be well with you. That it may be well with you. No, tap that it may be well with you. Invest in crypto that it may be well with you. You've turned. You don't care. You don't know God's word. Neither do you care when you hear it. After today, things will change. Don't do anything else and sit down and hope and borrow. There's this 20,000 naira my friend gave me to hold. Do you know? Have you heard these stories? Again, I know I'm a pastor, so we hear things. My friend gave me 20,000 to hold. It was for her school fees. I just said, let you what? Let you what? Someone's school fees. They said the thing was working. What was working? The person that told you was working, if it's working so well, why would he tell you? You didn't hear me. Why would I tell you? The guy that came here and collected you people's money, why didn't he use his own money and put in the thing and collect all the profit? Why did he collect your own money? How is it related to you? Is it your uncle? Why did he collect your money? Why didn't he take his own 200,000 in the bank and give his friends and children and neighbors and say, you people, write your name for me? They said I cannot put more than 100,000 each. Why didn't he lump all and put? Why didn't he put his own money? Why didn't he sell his own car and put the money? Why did he collect yours? Because you're a mugu. Why would he tell you? He knows there's a place to put money and he multiplies. Why would he tell you? Who are you? Does one person understand what I'm saying? Why do they find you and tell that, hey, how to make free money? Why don't they exploit it for themselves? When did human beings become so loving? He left all his own family and came and told you how to make money. You are not serious. People know simple secrets about how to make money. They make sure they don't tell anybody else. Come and be telling you how to make a wolf money. No, you are about to generate the money for the wolf, and he'll give only 2 or 3 of you. He'll pocket all the rest. Then he'll keep doing it. Then when he has hit a target, 1 billion, 3 billion, 10 billion, the system will shut down like it always does. Before the fools have sense. By the time you have sense and go, the office is no more. This simple utoto they used to do physically before the day of computers. Who knows utoto? Simple utoto. You enter, you talk in the keke. You've heard it that they've brought in things from Cameroon. Yes, no? Speak a little French. Souffle le plat. Simple utoto. They now went on computer to do the utoto. 419. Scammer. It's simple. They say something, your long truth follows. They say, that my friend from here did. They gave her fabric, gave her textile worth 500,000 for just 50,000. You run home, you borrow money, you steal, you take money from anywhere, you do anything, you give it, you go to the place, the man talks, you see a table, you see a chair. Who has heard these stories? Table and chair, office. You come back the next day, there's nothing in the building. Nothing. Who has heard these stories? There's nothing in the place. You look around, you're like, where's the office that was here? They said there's no office here. Everything has disappeared. Bags of rice, oil, everything is gone. This one just happened last year. Everything is gone. I was involved. I heard about that thing. We got some bags of rice from it. We put some money. Why? Because they lied and said it was government. But after they did the first time, I said, don't do it again. Don't do it again. You guys don't do it. Leave it. Those who are still struggling to obey me did. All of them lost all their money. Hundreds of thousands. Who knows if I be? Who knows? Someday you guys have to tell me how much money it was. Whether it was millions. Once. Because I wasn't even in town. I was somewhere else. And I went, you guys, on the phone. I said, leave it. I think it's a scam. The only reason we got, because we were in the first batches. They always give the first batch. So you go and bring more people. Always down, they must give. How do you lure an animal? With a bait. A bait. And you pull the rope. When its whole body has entered, the trap door comes down. It's a very simple ruse. It's as old as mankind. Nothing new. They just invent it. They give it a new name. That's all. And apart from anything, you have to be led by God in this world. So the number of God's children that have thrown away money, all I know, it is very painful and very sad that human beings are so greedy and indisciplined. Greedy and indisciplined. Don't be greedy and don't be indisciplined. Your job is to do God's will and to finish it.